Dax and Tom. Soldier. And someone said, what is today's holiday? Is it Veterans Day? Is that what someone said?
Monday's Veterans Day, yeah.
So they dropped it right around
Veterans Day weekend, right?
Okay. We were talking about veterans on Normal Worlds.
Yep.
How dirty they get did in America. That's the craziest thing, right? The left will be so hype about putting migrants up in hotels, and giving them food vouchers in New York, which has ended now that Trump is president. They ended it before he even got in office. Mm-hmm. But they'll be so hype to take in someone from another country and treat them like gold, like, oh, you need help because you're struggling, da-da-da-da, you've been through whatever. But you've been through war. There's war in your country. So you come over here, we'll set you up, da-da-da. Meanwhile, the people in our country who go to war for our country are on the side of the street crazy, diseases, like
not getting
homeless,
help.
not getting help.
VA's trash.
Yeah, mental health issues. It's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
And even all the way up to, and like that's the thing.
And ending themselves at a high rate.
Yeah, because a lot of veterans like come out and don't have a lot and they have nothing.
Yeah.
But then there's veterans that come out and are successful. Like my dad, business is successful. You'd think he'd be, he's fine. He's set for life.
Yeah,
no,
you should be.
You're still, like, no matter what status you are when you come back as a veteran, like it doesn't matter. It's a hard time. You're not getting help that you deserve, whether you're from the homeless veterans all the way up to the ones that are fine, you know? It's crazy. They have no help. No help. They just get pushed to the side. You can't even, bro, don't even get me started.
It's disgusting. This is why Trump is the first Republican in 20 years to win the popular vote.
Yep.
And all
Crazy.
the swing states.
All of them.
All
That's
the swing
wild.
states.
That's huge.
Makes sense. Did you see the flag? I mean, see the map?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it county by county, it's crazy.
If you squint, it's like, where's the blue?
Yeah. If you you look at the map, okay, blue won this state. It's like, okay, it looks a little bit more. It still looks crazy because it's all red. But if you look at it county by county, it's like there's no blue.
Crazy.
It's crazy. There's like dots. But
wild.
Yeah, obviously we spoke. You know, we let it be known what it is.
America. We still here, baby.
Facts. Thank you all the vets in here, bro, for the service.
Thank you, everybody. All the veterans.
It's crazy.
Yep.
But,
even though your government doesn't support you, the American people do. That's for sure.
They will. America's coming around. Coming around.
Let's go, hopefully.
Right. Let's go. Dak Soldier, featuring Tom MacDonald. Let's go.
I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call when the times get hard. Yeah, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. When my back's against the wall, I'm breaking, I won't fall. I'm a soldier. I know how it feels to be caught in the rain. Going to war in your brain when depression is staring you right in the face and anxiety's grabbing you, making you shake. But there's people depending on you to be great, so you hide all the feelings and push them away. It's too hard trying to mix it all with the pain. I'm drinking the cool off and it's all in my veins. I'm making these new songs to move on and restrain from grabbing the sword off and going to cock it and aim at these nuanced people who shame. The role that a man has to play as a husband, a father, a brother, a son to a servant, protecting his family's name. They laugh in your face when you try to explain or express, then tell you they love you without any loyalty, patience, or basic respect. Then expect you to smile every day while engaging your mind and your soul, your flesh, and you work and you wither away to the day that you can't, and you're broken and nothing is left in your road and you can't even soldier.
Facts.
I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call when my back's against the wall. I'm breaking, now I fall. I'm a soldier. I'm a
This video is crazy,
I was
huh?
just going to say, there's a lot in this going into this.
They put a lot.
Yeah.
They put a lot of time and money into this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like CGI
Yeah.
jets and trucks and bombs and
Yep.
buildings and
I think we were all
Like,
thinking at the same time. This
goodness,
video is
yeah.
hitting so hard. Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah,
this is out of
dude.
control.
It is.
I was not at first I'm like, okay, like, and then it's like it just moves around. There's more and more set, more and more like
Crazy.
people. You got to pay people. You got to pay
Yeah.
for all the set design.
Just this.
Yeah. All the
That's
military
crazy.
gear like
Yeah.
that they're wearing even on top of it. What is going on? Bombs and stuff in the video, like things are blowing up.
Yeah, this
Unless
is
that was
crazy.
CGI, I don't know. This is out of control. Go ahead. What did you say? Go ahead,
Greaser said, "My God, man, this is insane. It's almost making me tear up." And
bro. He was spitting facts.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, and Scary's wife said, "Perfect timing," and it is. Like, who knows? Like, you didn't know. Nobody knew how the election was gonna turn out, right? So, like, I think either way, this is like perfect timing, whether it went good or bad for us. You know,
Yeah.
this is good.
The first bar is crazy. I know what it's like to be caught up in the ring, going to war in your brain. So, like, immediately speaking on the psychological trauma that comes from going to war and being a
PTSD.
soldier, PTSD, rather than like he talked about like going to war
Like
and being a
being
soldier
in-
after that,
yeah.
but like the repercussions of it
Yep. And
on the
that's
individual before everything.
huge. That's the
That's the biggest part.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, you push it all the way while it's happening. Like I seen that interview with, I don't remember his name, the black dude with the dreads, the sniper.
Yep. I forget his name too. It's like the something, and it's his nickname. I
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
And he's killed like mad people.
Yeah.
And like I just can't imagine. He said he dealt with a lot. Like it was rough, and he still does to this day.
For sure.
But he like speaks about it, and some people would like act like he's speaking negatively about it, or people act like it's negative for him to speak about it. But like that guttural feeling that makes you feel negative, like imagine with the person who's doing it on behalf of the country.
Yes.
Like it's your job to do that. Imagine what they feel from that.
And
And you think everyone just likes killing. Like, oh, they go to
Exactly.
war 'cause they like killing. Like, that's not what it is. That's not how it works.
but like somebody has to do it, and then you come back and people are thinking that about you. Like, how could you do that?
They were spitting on Vietnam vets.
But then it's like it's the people. I'm doing it for you while you're telling me how could I do that. It's like it's crazy. So you really can't judge how people cope through it or how they talk about it or like, bro, it's our addiction. Speaking about it is what keeps me sober and keeps me clean. So like I couldn't even imagine being in actual war and doing God knows what, and then just having to come back and be a normal citizen again. You have to speak about
agree.
it. It's
I
crazy.
agree. Like, who, the Reaper, that was his name, Nicholas Irving.
Yep.
Who would be mad if soldiers were treated like royalty? Me and your father were talking about this, how actors, basketball players, celebrities,
Yep.
the distractions get the most money.
Praise, yeah.
The attention takers from the real, like war, are the ones who make the most money. The people who can make you forget that the government is sending
Yeah.
our brothers and fathers and sons.
The people that can let you focus on celebrities.
Yeah. They're getting millions and millions while vets are homeless. It's just so crazy to me.
Homeless. And getting either homeless or getting an addiction by just it's just horrible. It's just horrible. And not being cared about. It's like so it's just crazy.
Go ahead, read some of this. Read some of this.
Okay. I know how it feels to be caught in the rain, going to war in your brain, when depression is staring you right in the face and anxiety is grabbing you, making you shake. But there's people depending on you to be great, so you hide all the feelings and push them away. It's hard trying to mix it all with the pain. I'm drinking to cool off. So that's just like so many people cope so many different ways, and which causes more problems for some people.
That's depression, bro.
Yeah.
It goes somewhere. You think not thinking about it, but still acting.
It goes in a box. There's a
It's
little
still
box.
going somewhere. Your subconscious is still picking that up. And when it comes out, you
will.
can't control it.
And it
know?
and it will. And it's all in my veins. I'm making these new songs to move on and restrain from grabbing a sawed off and going to cock it and aim, which is speaking on how many. I don't even know. I think it's the highest amount of self-deletion in like ever. It's veterans, I'm assuming. But
He's talking about at other people, but yeah.
oh, I thought he was talking about himself from PTSD.
Well,
I didn't even catch
if
that.
you continue, you can see what he says. At these nuanced, influenced people, he said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Next
Well,
bar.
it's true.
But
they
it
have
is-
so much self-deletion, and
That's the fact. It's
yeah,
the highest rate.
yeah. At these nuanced, influenced people who shame the role that a man has to play as a husband, a father, a brother, and son, who is serving, protecting his family's name. They laugh at you they laugh in your face when you try to explain or express, then tell you they love you without any loyalty, patience, or basic respect.
Because they can't imagine. That is how unreal. I can't imagine, right? We can. It just shows like is it sympathy or empathy that you feel for someone else when you ain't been through it? One of those two.
I think empathy.
Empathy, right? Okay, so it's so unrealistic. We've been like shown movies and things like that, which like desensitizes us to these type of situations, like what is actually happening. You can't imagine what they're going through, so you automatically put them on your level. Like when in reality, you will cry about a boyfriend breaking up with you. You'll cry about an election.
Yep.
Like that's trauma. You'll cry about people not calling you your gender. Like that's what you cry about.
Yep.
These people have seen war, seen their friends blown to pieces,
And can't cry about it.
And
if they do, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks. And then it's like almost like I worked at the VA in the cafeteria, and like seeing veterans every day, it's like you almost feel like it's like you just, oh, thank you for your service. You smile to them, but then it's like you don't know what they're there for that day. You don't know if they're there, if they have to be there every day, if it's their just regular appointment. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like I feel like you almost don't know what to say because nobody acknowledges it enough, you know?
It's definitely not enough, and I don't think there is, and I don't think there's an amount you could acknowledge it to, like, to take away what they lose. Like, what they lose in war mentally, it can never be replenished.
Yeah.
Which is all the more reason they should be, like, pampered when they come back in reality. But
no, they have to come back and just be normal and do work and do everything.
thrown to the side.
Bro, thrown to the side. We'll call you if we need you.
Yeah.
See you later. That's crazy. That's horrible. And then it's like, okay, some people come back and have family
And we
that
gave you
support
Agent
them.
Orange.
Yeah.
We
and
gave-
we poisoned you while you know,
Yeah.
while you're over there. And then it's like some people have family to come back to and be supported by, but then some of these people go to join the military because they don't have anything, and then they come back, and then it's just like you're still worse than you fucking before you started. You have nothing. You have nobody.
Imagine thinking you're gonna be helped.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
they
I'll
promise
get
you a
through
lot of things.
school.
You can have a car and stuff like that. They're going to help you get through things. You don't understand what you're going to lose yourself before you go. You come back thinking, okay, well, they know what I'm going through, so they'll be able to help me through this. And then they pretend they're going to, and then they leave you hanging over and over again. They basically just edge you over and over and over again. Like I seen a video of a veteran who was like, he was like bugging out in his car, and he's like, my therapist, I lost 2 therapists. They won't even talk to me. My therapist won't even talk to me. Like a therapist, nope, I can't handle this. I can't handle you
Your
talking about what
problems.
you went through
Yeah.
rather than going through what you went through. I can't even handle you talking to me about it.
Imagine.
And he was just bugging out. He didn't know what to do. And there's like, what can you do?
My uncle has Agent Orange. Yeah, my dad too. And it's like my dad won't even. I'm fine. Won't even. God won't even. Like, I think once it was us that he's ever spoken about anything. He's never.
I remember that time he cried when
Yeah.
Veronica tried to talk to him about it.
Yep.
That was like the only
he
time I ever
couldn't.
seen him like that.
It's horrible. And that was how long he was 18, Vietnam War. And now he's 70s. That's crazy. And you're still.
Yeah.
It just shows it's horrible. It's so horrible.
It doesn't make sense.
But then you want to be, but then it's like they make it like, oh, be proud, go, and they should be like they're the only reason why we are what we are. You know, the only reason, and it's so baffling. I know I'm rambling, but it's just like
No, you're right. You're right, though.
bro, it's so crazy how it works.
I have hope for the coming years. Me too.
Me too.
Me too. That's why there's so many things just wrong with this country that, you know, just hopefully we can try to fix some of it,
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, keep reading.
Okay. Where did I leave off? They laugh. Okay, yeah. Then expect you to smile every day while it eats at your mind and your soul and your flesh. And you work and you wither away till the day that you can't, and you're broken and nothing is left, and you're old and you can't even. That is like literally. You're just like
I couldn't.
they just treat them like nothing. Like you've done. If it wasn't for like the American people supporting other Americans, we wouldn't have a military. I feel like if you didn't have families to fight for or your fellow people, like this government, it's just crazy. They just treat them like they're disposable. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
You know what's crazy is Tom and Dax make songs like this. Tom does every year, does a veteran for a month. Everything that he sells goes to veterans and raises mad money. He's
Yep.
Canadian, and that's like it takes someone out of the country. Him and Dax are both Canadian.
Yep.
It's the craziest thing. These niggas ain't even American.
Yep.
They're both Canadian
What does
making
that
this
say?
song.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's like the craziest thing to me. America's fucked. But all right, let's continue, man.
I'm a soldier. My pronouns are he, him, his. My job is to feed these kids. Be strong, keep feelings within. My papa taught me to protect the weak. A man ain't what he got, a man is what he gives. And when he gives it all, then it still ain't enough. Then he's the one to blame and no one gives a shit. Never leave a man behind. We all crack and break within the hands of time. I got an axe to grind. With anybody trying to identify as a guy, if their chromosomes ain't XY, you would never understand what it's like for a man. Gotta fight with your hands, wanna cry, but you can. If it's right for the fam, you will tighten your pants. Provide a romance, you would die where you stand. Gotta be a bigger man when there's problems. Get judged by the money in your wallet. It's our fault, let's be honest. We built a world that labeled us toxic. Gotta lead and teach and keep the peace and fight the fires and be police. When a man gets tired, he don't lay down to sleep. You take all the heat, don't complain over retreats. Cold world and it's hard times, and our children inherit the land. If you think that being a boy is just picking a pronoun, you should try being a dad. You can build all the houses and fix all the cars and work till you're breaking your back. But the hardest job in the world, being a man. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier.
Bro.
When times get hard, I'm gonna let go. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who's laying close when my back's against the wall. I'm breaking now, I'm falling. I'm a soldier.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of it was like going viral. It was Kamala on Call Her Daddy. Remember she went viral a few weeks ago, and she was like, the girl was like, "There's no one," or maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was. I think it was Kamala on Call Her Daddy, and they're like, men would never know what it feels like to not have control over their bodies, right? When in reality, all of us are controlled. Like every single person in the country is controlled, but men are the ones who have to sign up to go and put themselves through this.
Yeah. And then once you're
Whether
there,
there's a draft or not,
Yeah.
you have to sign up just for a potential
yeah.
draft.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then you have people like Joe Biden just aimlessly starting wars. Like, I want a proxy war over here. And we might send Americans over there, send some troops over there, start a war over here, take part in this, and we might send some people over there until it becomes something, and then it is a world war where people have to get drafted.
And then once you're in combat, like, yeah, you have control technically over your body, but do you really? Like, you have to do whatever you're told.
Yeah.
Like, you
That's what I'm
technically
saying.
don't.
You don't have control. You don't. So it's crazy to act like you just talking about killing babies. Like, that's a shame that you won't let us do that.
Yeah.
Men would never know what it's like to be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Men are controlled by a lot more than that.
Yep.
Women have control over men. In reality,
Yep.
everything you do is for your girl, your family, the women.
Somebody else.
The women who deal with the women who, like, there's obviously women who are victims of things, but men are victims at a higher rate of violent crimes. Men end themselves more. Men are the ones who are expected to provide. Men are the ones who they get fucked over in divorces. Men are the ones who have to give up their kids in divorces a lot of times. and then end up just having to pay for everything while they're treated like
Lose everything.
yeah, while they lose everything at the same time.
Yep.
And they're expected to just get over that and just smile through that. And if you don't, then you're just crying, you know? You're a man. You're expected to do all these things, which is, you know, it is what it is because we set up the world. But it's this is a country that they say is a patriarchy. But if it was run by men and women have all of that,
Exactly. Imagine if
that men are giving everything over, giving their sanity over for women. Women get the alimony. Women get the kids in court. Women get and this is a patriarchy, and women get all of that.
Allegations and freaking
Yeah.
torment.
Yeah.
And
laws don't change. Nothing happens. That's just all fine. Women can lie on men, all these types of things.
Yep.
That's fine, you know? And
That's
this is a country that is run by men, supposedly. You know, but everything that is done is in a woman's favor.
Yeah.
Except for ending babies.
Yep.
Which is, again, up to the states. Vote for your state. You
And
know what I'm
at the
saying?
end of the
Vote in your
day-
state and you have control over that.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you have 100% control of it because you're in complete control of whether you get pregnant.
Facts.
It is what it is. Sorry.
That's facts.
But anyways, Ginger said, I feel like they're saying all men are soldiers too, even if they aren't at war.
They are.
In the song. And I agree with that. I
They
agree
are.
with that. It's like definitely could go both ways.
Except there's no one to take care of men. I didn't mean accept. There's no one to take care of men. I don't know why I said accept because I had nothing to do with your voice. But there's in my head I was having my own argument. But there's no one to take care of men.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, like even all the way back to Caveman Day, Saber-tooth tigers, it was men defending the pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Women get pregnant, then they get to chill. Well, not get to chill because obviously you're in a vulnerable. I can't imagine being a woman just being vulnerable all the time either.
the
That's
thing.
a whole nother
It's
thing.
a balance, dude.
I
It's
couldn't
a
imagine that.
balance.
But men are also vulnerable to other men,
Yeah.
you know, and have to defend the woman.
Yep. Yep.
It's just it is a balance, but it's men are expected to put their lives on the line
Mm-hmm.
before women and children, which is fine because we are born with the strength. We're born stronger. We're born for that position. But let's just not ignore that. You know, let's at least acknowledge it. Give credit where credit's due. Give women credit for what they do. Give men credit for what they do. But instead, they say everything's the same, but women are also still not the same. But everyone's the same.
Like who
But
would
women
want?
are not.
Yeah.
Women still get special treatment,
little
but
bit
everyone's the
more.
same.
Yeah.
But women
But
get special treatment. But everyone is the same.
Yep.
But women get special treatment.
Crazy.
This just doesn't make sense.
Crazy.
Doesn't make any sense. All right, go ahead. Read something.
Oops.
Mo's my piece. There's plenty of women out there. So this isn't even all women. What I mean is modern women. I mean women who are propagandized feminists like these. There's plenty of there's even feminists who are fine. You know, women who have feminist
Yeah.
thoughts, but they don't let it cloud their judgment in their relationships and their lives. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind. I know plenty of feminists. I grew up with lesbians in my house,
Facts.
so it's like that doesn't actually bother me because a lot of times it's just a thought. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Because at the end of the day.
yeah, it's just thoughts, and maybe it will benefit you somewhere. You know what I mean? Like somewhere, but you know when to hold them and when to fold them. You know, it's not a constant. Every man is terrible. Every woman is. Yeah, I can beat every woman. I can beat every man at everything.
Like try.
Every man is a pig. We don't need men.
Yeah.
Like that's when it gets extreme.
Yep.
Like, go ahead.
My pronouns are he, him, his. My job is to feed these kids. Be strong, keep feelings within. My papa taught me to protect the weak. A man ain't what he got.
Put some on.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
Put some sauce on
A
that.
man. Okay, you put some sauce on it.
All right. My pronouns are he,
Make me
him,
read
his.
both.
Well, you read better than I do. You just don't read with more emotion.
I can't
than
read
do.
with flow.
My job and flow is to feed these kids. Be strong.
That's
keep
not how I
going.
sounded.
That's exactly how
No,
you
it's
sounded.
not.
That's exactly how you sounded.
I was actually pretty presentable.
My job is to feed these kids. Be strong. Keep feelings within. My papa told me to protect the weak. A man ain't what he got. A man is what he gives.
Ooh,
Bars.
that's freaking bars.
It's bars. It's bars. Read with accents. I don't got an accent. Not good.
That's for
I don't
Twitch.
got
That's
accent.
not the time and place for that.
But that's bars.
Yes.
That's bars. And it's a great feeling to be able to do that. Men like being able to provide. Men like doing all this.
Yeah.
But it's when it's unappreciated that it's like we're human, you know? Like you can't just expect it and then not appreciate it.
Yep.
You know? And that's a lot of people. I don't know if it's a majority. I think it's just the most vocal, you know, the most amplified voices, and I think it's because there's a lot of miserable women and men on the internet, because there's plenty of men who feed into that same BS.
Yeah.
And when he gives it all and it still ain't enough, then he's the one to blame and don't give a shit. That's what I was just saying. At least appreciate it when he does give it, you know. And men have different things, you know, have a different amount. This is like the welfare where a man, if a man and a woman both are young, neither one of them are in a position to have a baby, but they do, right? They have sex, get pregnant, have a baby. Neither one of them have the means, but the man gets a job, tries to provide, tries to, you know, to the best of his ability. A woman will leave and be like, "That's not enough. I'm going to the state," and get money from the state. And now that man
is screwed,
even though he tried. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't appreciated. It wasn't enough. And that's the type of thing. It's like there to ruin the man's life, because a woman will just be treated like, well, the man didn't step up. But it's like, you're both messed up, young, you know.
Yep, it happens every day.
But men are the ones who are affected detrimentally in that situation. And it's like not just in law; it's also in society.
For sure,
you know. Never leave a man behind. We all crack and break within the hands of time. Facts. I got an axe to grind with anybody trying to identify as a guy if they ain't chromosomes and ain't XY. This is facts. And you'll never understand what it's like for a man. Got to fight with your hands, want to cry, but you can't. Yep. If it's right for the fam, you will tighten your pants, provide in romance, you would die where you stand. And that's all facts.
Legit.
That's all facts. And this is the thing. So a man trying to be a woman or a woman trying to be a man, either way, it doesn't make sense, because it will never be that. Men will never understand what it's like to be a woman, but a woman will definitely never understand what it's like to be a man. So that's another thing. Like I said, I grew up with lesbians, and this is something that I was young, and it was just like in my brain. I didn't have no dad. I didn't have no men who were telling me this. Like I wasn't being told by the patriarchy that this is what I thought. This is just natural, inherent. When there's like girls who try to be dudes in lesbian relationships, like the butch is what they call them. And my mother was dating one.
Yep.
And this lady would try to be the father figure. And it's like, you bleed every month, you act like a woman, but you think you're a man. And it's like, in my head, you don't understand anything.
Like disrespectful.
Yeah, and like we're not aligned, but you want to act like you can see my point of view. And I'm a kid going through puberty, and it's not connecting, and you're acting like I'm the crazy one.
Yeah.
But
like, I should be able to like make this kid a man. Like, what makes you think that you could?
You can't.
Yeah.
Like, because young men, you need to be humbled by your dad. Like you need to be humbled by a dude that could beat you, not by a woman
that you respect.
Yeah, a woman, you'll never feel like, because you have that within you inherently, like just hormonally.
Yeah,
you need a man to be like, nah, nigga, like that's not the case. You can't overpower me. You need to learn that the world will crush you, so I'll crush you before you get into the world. Let you, like, enough not to crush you, but like put the pressure on you to let you know you don't have like just free will to just destroy everything.
Absolutely.
You know? Absolutely. But yeah, anyway, okay. These are my favorite type of songs, because there's so much being said with such little, such few bars, you know?
Yep.
Gotta be the main man when there's problems. Get judged by the money in your wallet. It's our fault. Let's be honest. We built the world that labeled us as toxic. That's what I was just saying as well. Gotta lead and teach and keep the peace and fight the fires and be police. When a man gets tired, he don't lay down to sleep. He takes all the heat. Don't complain or retreat. And that's facts. That's what I was just saying. It's a patriarchy, but we do everything.
Yeah, you allow it to.
Yeah, we do everything to like make it not that. We just hand everything over, because men like to provide. Yep. Men like to see women happy. Men like to see children being able to do things based off of what you've done to create the foundation for them to do it. Men like that.
For sure.
It is what it is.
Yep.
You know? It is what it is. And that's just natural. That's just a natural thing. That's why it's crazy. Nothing is more offensive than women who live in a civilized world, that men clearly have more restraint than women. Women will act like men don't have any restraint. Men could destroy everything.
Yeah.
Including women. Could destroy everything at any point. But instead we play weaker to the point where women feel like they don't even need men in a world. Like, that's the delusion that we've created for women. That's how comfortable they are.
Yep.
And they claim
It could turn
that it's a
around whenever.
patriarchy. You're so comfortable that you say you would rather be with a bear than a man when men are the reason that you can do anything in the world. Anything in America is because men allow it to happen.
Yeah.
Which is not me taking credit, because I didn't do shit.
No,
I just
but
existed.
that's the thing. Like you said before, there's things that men do and there's things that women do. There's a balance,
Yeah.
and it is what it is, and it always will be that for the rest of time.
And it's only civilized because men are civilized.
Yeah.
Because look at any other country in the world. Go to one of these
Third world.
Yeah, Islamic
literally.
countries, one of these Islamic countries where it's Sharia law.
Yep.
Can women uprise and overthrow it? They can't.
And then when there's places not even like that, just like Indian countries or these countries like where it's just there's so much savagery in the world, and it's
like
bro.
if it was really, if you didn't like, if we wanted to, we could be Sharia law here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do anything about it.
What are you gonna do? Fight them?
But we're clearly, we're civil, which I don't have a problem with being, because it's way easier to be.
I mean,
to not do that, because women are nice at that point. And it doesn't feel like she's afraid. So it kind of gives, I'm definitely not afraid. I'll turn Sharia law in this house.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
This is America. I run shit.
All right, bro. But
Just kidding.
it just feels better to like work in harmony with women.
For sure.
Than it does to like
That's because that's what
force
we're supposed to do. That's how God made us. We have inherent, innate, whatever
I agree. It's
things
the yin
in
and yang.
us.
It is. Men just need to be more appreciated, which is crazy, because who would have thought you'd be saying that when it was the case for women? It's like you can't find the balance for some reason, because as soon as one side gets power, except men, because men are the best, but as soon as women get power, shit goes to shit. But all right, let's continue. I didn't even finish the verse. Labels are toxic. Fine, take all the heat. Don't complain or retreat. It's a cold world, hard times for our children to inherit the land. If you think that being a boy is just picking a pronoun, you should try being a dad. It's facts. You could build all the houses and fix all the cars and work till it's breaking your back. But what's the hardest job in the world? Being a man. I agree. I agree. I don't think it's easy to be human, period. Because I think we're all subject to the system that we're in. But regardless, men do have to create it.
Like, true. And that's the thing, as a woman, if you really, really think of everything that you use in a daily life, everywhere you go, the roads you drive on, the car you drive,
and the inventors of everything.
To the littlest things.
Again, I didn't invent anything, so I see
it's
people
facts.
I see people on the internet who like, men, and it's like, you didn't do anything.
Well,
you talked into a microphone. So in reality, you're taking credit for something you didn't do. But overall, it's men throughout history that have done it.
At the end of the day, it's still XY that did it, no matter what. And
I'm just saying,
as a woman, I would there's no way who the apartment that you're in, the walls, every little thing, the phone that you use, it all came from a man.
But
women,
you got to know that a lot of things came from men trying to please women too. A lot of good things came from that.
But then there's things that women have that they can be proud of, and that they can
like what, the souffle,
bro. Don't
chicken, fish. Don't be proud of my house. Don't be proud of my house.
There's definitely roles that women play that they can be proud of, and they should be proud of, and that men can't do.
Don't lose yourself.
You know what I mean? It's a balance.
Don't lose yourself. Don't get too big for your britches.
Shut up. As when he said the hardest
Turning on
job,
the lights, getting in the kitchen, you should be proud.
As when he said the hardest job in the world is being a man, I agree. As a woman,
I agree. I think normal people agree.
I could never build. I don't want to build a house.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to pour concrete or do these crazy. You ever see the ship jobs, bro? No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I agree. But I think men are built to do it
Exactly.
and not feel
and aren't
negatively
afraid.
about it.
They want to
like
do
women
it.
don't want to do it. I think men are
Yes.
built to do it, and I think a lot of depression in today's world comes from men not having a purpose because everything is automated or like you're not able to express yourself in that type of way.
Yep.
You can, but like it's not as easy as it used to be when
Yep.
things weren't just handed to you. You know, and a lot
Yeah.
of times you're not even brought up thinking that that's the normal way to do things. You're brought up with that basically suppressed because there's something else already doing it for you. Like we won't know how to use calculators.
Yeah.
We won't know how to do math
Yeah.
in 100 years
We
because
already can't write cursive.
computers will
kids.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. But I think there's definitely like, yeah, it's fulfilling to
Yeah.
do
Hard
things.
work. For
Absolutely.
hard jobs, men enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's why like men get their hands dirty, women don't. That's what it is. But
Your
there's
hands-
plenty
your
of
hands
women
get
like
dirty.
I'm not afraid to
Your
do
hands
hard
get
work,
dirty.
you know? Like I'll put some shit together.
I've been seeing you clean this house.
Hell yeah.
Your hands get
I'd be
dirty.
getting that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not afraid to. Like I'll do even like
You do cat box. I don't want to do cat box.
yeah, but like I'm saying, like I could like I put some stuff together. I hung up a
You
wall
do.
mount, you know,
You do.
like
Yeah, you cleaned everything.
but
else
I'd
well.
rather not, you know.
I
I'd
agree.
rather not.
I agree. I agree. All right, let's continue. Sorry we're making this so long, guys.
Yeah,
It's
this is like an hour.
It's like it's just a very it's a song. You guys know we yap, but it's a song that I feel strongly about the topic.
Yeah.
I do. This is something that I talk about regularly, and a lot of times people can't handle it where I go, so I don't. I just sit here and yap to Mo about it. So this is giving me an opportunity to talk about this.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
it should be spoken about.
I think so too.
I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. Battling feelings I can't even show. Weight of the world on my shoulders is crushing me. People around me, they don't even know. I put on this cape and go save everybody while I'm being shattered and all of my bones. Take on the pressure of being the hero who saves, but has no one to help with his own. Demons inside that try to eat him alive. I'm going insane, and when I'm out of my mind, I look at the stars and talk to God in the sky. I wait on his words, but I don't get a reply. I try to refrain from diving deep, so I hold back tears that try to come out my eyes. In this world as a man, where we know we can't cry, cause the people we love look at us to confide. So I'm silently screaming for help. Life is a battle inside of these trenches, especially when fighting it all by yourself. PTSD from the memories, people who left you for dead and then drug you through hell, leaving you shot deep inside of a shell with stories you hate but nobody to tell. Why you question God if you're soldier?
I have to say, this is a genius concept because they definitely are making it a metaphor for
Yes.
like every man is a soldier, but they're doing it very well because you could absolutely apply every single thing to being a soldier, like being a
American
veteran.
yes. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so it's like it's a good
They
metaphor
did it
of a
great.
song.
Yeah.
But I guess it also just speaks to being a man in general.
Yeah.
It does because it like men just naturally have a situation in this world. You know, it's even crazier when you're going through like war, life or death.
Yeah, like there's and
Overseas.
that's exactly. And then there's some men in America that
Yeah.
never join the army, never go, and they have
You
war
have
in
your
their
own war.
backyard.
Yeah, you got your own war
You
you're
got
going
gang
through.
wars, you got life wars with your own self, with your, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, sometimes a chemical imbalance.
so
man.
many things can lead to like it's like an instinct in men, I guess. I don't know, but this could definitely be applied.
Yeah, this is a good concept, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Battling feelings I can't even show. Weight of the world on my shoulders is crushing my people around me. They don't even know. I put on this cape and go save everybody while I'm being shattered, and all of my bones take on the pressure of being the hero who saves, but has no one to help with his own. I can't even read that.
No one to help with his own demons inside that try to eat him alive. I'm going insane, and when I'm out of my mind, I look at the stars. I look at stars and talk to God in the sky. I wait on his words, but I don't get a reply.
You don't think you do,
Yeah.
but it happens when it happens,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's how and I'm sure that's how you feel when it's like
It is how
you
it
want
feels.
it instant in your,
That is
you
how
know?
it feels. And
It does.
Still to this day, I struggle with it, you know what I mean? But I always end up obviously knowing
Yep.
God has the...
He knows your heart.
Yeah, he knows my heart, and he knows what it's like to be a man and be a human on this planet.
Facts.
You know,
He made you. I wait on his words, but I don't get a reply. I try to refrain from diving deep, so I hold back tears that try to come. come out my eyes in this world as a man where we know we can't cry. Because the people we love look in us to confide. So I'm silently screaming for help. Life is a battle inside of these trenches. I think I lost where I was rhyming.
No, yeah, it's all right. It's because it's written weird on here.
Especially when fighting it all by yourself. PTSD from the memories, people who left you for dead, and then drag you through hell, leaving you shocked deep inside of a shell. That was fire. Shell shocked.
Mm-hmm.
That was fire. With stories you hate, but nobody to tell, while you question God if your soul you should sell. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy because men don't cry, right? I don't think they'll tell you it's because you're told not to cry. Like it's a man thing because you're like men aren't supposed to cry. And I don't think that's really what it is. I think the older you get, the more stoic you naturally become.
Mm-hmm.
And it is because it's like the government, how when they say, oh, like people say, if they were to tell you right now, admit that there's aliens, everyone would go crazy. Right? I feel like men trying to build something, if you're crying, then it seems like everything's falling apart when people are seeing you cry.
To everybody around you.
Like what you're building, everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
And that's just not how you operate, because men build, like I said, we like doing things for other people. So it's based off of like the faith people have in you to do it is what makes you believe that you can do it. You know, like the outside faith that people have in you. Like that's why when it gets hard, even a lot of fathers will take themselves out, but life will get hard, money will deplete. You'll never be able to tell until he pops himself.
Until it's done. Yeah.
Until after it's passed.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it was rough. And you won't even know, but it's like, it's to keep everything at bay so he could feel like you believe that he can do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
For the people around you and for yourself.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
Y'all bringing up Project Bluebeam. That's crazy. That's not what I was trying to get at. Yeah, I think it's a natural thing.
Because, and then if you think about it, because kids cry. All kids cry, boys, girls, doesn't matter. You grow out of it. And men definitely have emotions. Crying is something you can't, like it's going to happen.
It happens. Yeah,
but that's the thing, you can
happens.
control, like you can do it by yourself, right? Like I'm sure men cry alone a lot. But it's like you said, not showing.
Yeah.
And like somebody had
to, thing.
It obviously happened to somebody,
the
first time said boys don't cry.
Yeah.
Like we grew
That's
up and
we
you
just don't.
Exactly, because you figured it out. So then it just like became like a natural thing.
But that's what happens. Like the reason we say things like, "Oh, boys, you can cry in front of me." Da, da, da. Like it's all women. It's all women's influence on society.
Cry.
Yeah. But then the thing is, women really don't want to see you cry.
No.
They want to feel like everything is good.
Yes. Let me cry.
For that moment, maybe the vulnerability, like, oh, and then you think about it, and then you'll think about it more and more, and you'll be like, actually, no, I didn't want to see that in the end. Is what it turns into.
Yeah.
Like, someone dies, whatever.
Time and place.
But, like, if you're just crying over life,
spilt milk,
it hits different for a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I see these videos, some videos of like white dudes for Harris, like type, you know, like those, like they just cry, and it's like it's really a lot of soy boys. But then there's the stoic men that will shed tears,
and hits different.
Yes, and it's like, bro, respect, you know, like it's and what they're crying for,
because you know they're still gonna push on and get shit done.
Yep.
Like, because it's a different type of energy when you just can't hold it in.
Yeah.
And you have to keep on building, keep shit going. It's a different type of energy, you know?
Yep. But
yeah, anyway. This is a thought-provoking song.
Yeah.
Conversation-provoking song.
When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call. When my back's against the wall. Breaking now I fall, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier.
That was deep.
Yeah, that was great.
That was deep.
W.
Good message. Like, and that's what it's dope. It's dope because like mainstream can't make a song like this. You're not allowed to make a song like this in the mainstream. You make this type of song in mainstream, feminists come after you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even, if you do, they'll shit on you. The feminists will come after you. It'll be like they suppress it. They use bots. They suppress it with bots like you go on Twitter, be like, yeah, okay, get out of here with this, get out of here with this. And it'll just be a whole thread of get out of here, get out of here. If it gets too much attention, you know. But when it's independent, even though Dax ain't independent, but like his audience is a different audience.
Mm-hmm.
So when it hits, it grows from the audience differently. And by the time it reaches people, for people to hate on it, it's already done its job.
Absolutely.
You know? So it hits different, you know. That's a good message, bro. Dax is an independent. I think he signed like a publishing deal, I think, or a distribution deal with somebody. I forget who it was with the alcohol song, I think. Dear Alcohol or something like that. I think it was, I don't know who it was. I'm not gonna say here. Don't get me lying. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
It was a while ago. But yeah, this is a good song.
Yeah, this was great. Loved
I
it.
still think he's like semi-independent, but I think he has some type of deal going on for something. I don't know what it is, but something. But yeah, it doesn't change the music. He clearly still has control over his music. So that's what's really important when you start doing things like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because his messaging hasn't changed.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's what's like really important. The thing about labels and record deals is they take advantage of smaller artists, right? Bigger artists, they hate bigger artists too, but like when they completely own your catalog and things like that, that's when it becomes an issue. And they own your creative control and they're giving you pennies on the dollar. Like Dax is in a position where he has negotiation power. So if he's doing something, he's benefiting.
Yep.
It's not the label that's like going crazy on him. He's the one benefiting in the situation because he was already big enough by himself without them.
Yeah.
So when you start, it's like more of a partnership when you get to that size.
Yep.
But either way, he's out here making songs like this, which is what's important, bro.
What we need.
Yeah, this type of shit is important. Nice.